to the side and back. Welcome to Bubbly Toki. I am your host, Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki, that is Loki but with a T, Toki. And today we're going to kind of do a part 2 on a video that I did a few weeks ago. We're going to be talking about resolutions, but we're also going to be talking about how keeping them. We're going to be talking about being able to, sticking to your resolutions. There we go. I actually got that out of the way. Excuse me. Today I have none other than peppermint tea. Because we know I'm probably going to be relatively loud and very obnoxious. Also, I did my hair differently this time. I now can move it around. And it's great. Also, I only changed my shirt. I'm still in my PJ pants because I didn't feel like changing that. I'm going to end up having to do laundry after this too. You didn't need to know that, but now you do. We know each other even more. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I think people why I think people fall off of their New Year's resolutions. It is the day that I'm recording this, the 23rd of January. And apparently, about 70% of people end up dropping their New Year's resolution within the first 2 months of the year. You can go ahead and check that. I'm probably going to see if I was wrong about that. But I can't do it right now because I'm filming. So I'm also here to talk about my experience doing the Blogilates 2020 challenge, where you're supposed to do 2 sets, 20 reps each of 2 different, you were supposed to be doing 20 reps of 2 different exercises. One mainly for the core and or abs, and the other one for a specific part of your body, like arms and back and obliques, the sides, legs, butt, those type of things. And I want to also go ahead and talk about my experience doing that because this year hasn't been so good. I ended up getting sick in the middle of it. And although there were so many things going on that I still kept on with it. Because I don't like quitting. So first we're going to talk about why people tend to drop their New Year's resolutions. Because I ended up watching a video that Cassie Ho, the person that does Blogilates on YouTube, she ended up doing a video on 3 steps to help keep your New Year's resolution. And I ended up doing a video prior to that, but I don't know when she ended up filming that video, so who knows. And some of my tips on keeping your New Year's resolution, like being honest with yourself, being accountable for you doing the stuff, be specific in what you want to get accomplished. And there was one thing that she ended up saying in the video that had me rethink a lot of my New Year's resolutions that I wrote down. And that thing was setting goals. Hashtag goals. If I was able to properly edit, I would probably end up doing like a zoom in when I said hashtag goals. And that had me thinking about all of my New Year's resolutions and how none of them really have goals. Like, I was very specific in them, as in like journaling more, like writing down how my day went more, or trying out different aesthetic styles. I did not specify, I didn't put goals into how I'm gonna do them. And that's one of the things that keeps people from actually doing their New Year's resolutions. Because of the fact that you think about it, you have to do it for the entire year. Most people, at least me, are probably people that need instant gratification. So like, we need short-term goals to make us feel like we're actually doing something. Like, I personally do 10 minutes of meditation every day. I did end up skipping yesterday, but that's because yesterday was an entire just issue. I don't like it. And I also, this is gonna be one of those controversial topics, I also do tarot readings for myself 5 to 6 days out of the week. So usually Monday through Friday and Sunday to start off the entire week. I started doing those things because that's one of the things I was like really into last year, or around the end of last year, and I tried to do every day and then got tired. So I had to rethink it, but that's beside the point actually. So I definitely had to think about it. These are the things that's going to end up helping me in keeping my New Year's resolutions to get it done. Or something that's less controversial, finding an actual shade, finding my shade and foundation. One of the goals I could do is get at least 2 different shades that I feel like are around my skin tone. And actually remember that I have to blend in with my neck as well. And that my regular skin on my arm is not the same as it's not the same shade as the skin on my face. Or going back to trying different aesthetics. I could go ahead and look at all of the clothes that I already have in my arsenal. I could go ahead and try out different like makeup looks, getting more palettes to go ahead and do more makeup looks. I could actually find a decent nude lipstick color and stop using black. Although I want to do a couple more goth type outfits, gothic outfits. So it's not that I'm gonna stop using black lipstick or black lip color. I'm just gonna try to cut it down. You see me looking down at the what seems to be the floor, but no, I just have my book like on this old style record player that I have in here. It's mine now. and reading through and or finishing reading 3 books. So there are a lot of books that I started reading last year and I did not finish, and I feel angry about it. But even more, I don't usually pick out time in the day to go ahead and read because I like having a specific atmosphere for reading. This is my issue. So what I'm going to do is set a specific day in which I am supposed to read. I am not supposed to do much. I have to make sure that I have the time to read. As for finding my shade and foundation and maybe concealer, I actually have to go out and to like Sephora or Ulta Beauty to go ahead and see if they can help. But that might end up being just like last resort. There was a truck that went by. I'm filming this right in front of a window for like great lighting, and I can see all the cars and stuff pass. I'm not sure. I might end up having ADHD myself, or I could have just been raised with a person that actually does have ADHD, and now I can't really tell the difference between me not knowing how to pay attention and stay focused and actually having ADHD. Who knows? And I think that's about it about the resolutions. So most of the time, the only reason why people tend to drop them within the first 2 months is either because they don't like the work that you have to do, or they don't see results. So like if you want to go ahead and get fit and stuff, you have to have like specific fitness goals. And if you're tracking properly, you'll end up saying that you're hitting those goals, or you may be like slightly under those goals or slightly above and beyond. So making sure that you're being able to track your progress with the goals is also something that you can work on. So set yourself goals, and the color has changed. Set yourself goals and keep track of progress by looking at how close you are to those goals. Now that we got that done, something that's similar to one of my goals was to go ahead and, for the first 20 days of this year, do the 2020 fitness challenge. I keep saying it like that, but the only way my brain's actually gonna be able to remember it is by saying 2 sets of 20 reps. That's how my brain works. So again, throughout the first few days, the first few days were fine. I mean, I was definitely sore afterwards, but it was fine. I was also doing my regular workouts. I also realized that I could wake up when I'm supposed to and do the 2 sets of 20 reps before I have to go and take like my brother to school. So I did that. I realized I could also just, while I'm doing the challenge, while I'm in the challenge, I was also looking at, maybe I want to go ahead and wake up when I'm supposed to so I can get the workout done. Because I thought I was going to be able to do that, and no. My body does not like waking up at 6 o'clock. I'm usually grouchy or something. But as I think about it now, it may be because when my alarm goes off, I turn it off and I kind of go back to sleep and wake up at around 6:30 instead. So maybe it's just I need to keep myself from turning off my alarm and then going back to sleep. I keep messing with my hair because it's a new hairstyle I haven't done before, and I want to make sure that it actually looks good. I'm being self-conscious at this point. I don't know why I'm looking at the list again. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Right, I was saying that I did end up getting sick in the middle of it, but I was still doing the challenge and my regular workouts because I only had to deal with like maybe 2 to 3 days of not feeling good. I ended up drinking this this homemade tea I ended up making. It was supposed to be like a wellness tea, and it definitely does work. So maybe in a future video, I'll go ahead and share with you the recipe, but I ended up finding it on Instagram. That would be the second thing that I ended up finding on Instagram, tried, and it definitely worked, or it was really tasty. And then my body was feeling sore because I wasn't feeling well, and because of the fact that I wasn't feeling well, I wasn't eating enough. But when I felt better and I was able to keep my food down, I felt I wasn't sore anymore. Do I feel like I've finished the 2020 challenge? I feel like I accomplished at least one thing this year. I've gotten back into meditating in the morning, doing tarot readings before I do my workout. I even started doing my own challenge and seeing how far I can get with doing a low plank and seeing how long I can do that. So I'm putting myself through, I'm doing so much, and the year just started, and there's also like a lot of other things that are happening that are not as good as great as I would like it to be, but personally for me, I feel like I started the year off great. And now I'm going to finish this video and get some more stuff done that I said I was going to do. You know what? I might actually read. I might actually have the time to read. We're going to see if we can do that. So overall, how do I feel about the 2020 challenge? I can't speak English anymore. It was really great. I'm glad that I stuck with it. Any updates? Right, I will be. The only reason why I'm doing this video is because I did not write the song about why I'm still single. Because I was working on other things. And I was also procrastinating. Writing a song takes like a lot of work. I don't think you guys, people that do write songs will probably know, but I don't think people realize how difficult it is. But instead, I will be putting out a song next week that I've already written. I gotta go ahead and get the guitar melody to add to it. And I will be putting it out because I chose it for today. I didn't want to do it today, however, because I wanted to do, this was my original idea for this week. So I will be doing that. Any other updates that I want to go ahead and do? There is a video out on my sister Alice's channel where she talks about the FNAF books that she has collected. And she has 2 new ones. The first volume of Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights short stories, and the updated Freddy Files. We also ended up finding the first rendition of Freddy Files like about a week after we did that video. And now we're both angry about it. You know, that's how things go, isn't it? Okay. So if I am very, very adamant on putting it there, there will be a card like over there. I hope I'm pointing to the right side, where you'll be able to see that video because it's up already. And I think that's about it. I will be posting a song next week. There's a video on my sister Alice's channel that I'm in as well. You can go ahead and go watch it. The only reason why I'm still single is not up is because I did not write it. I wrote down the list, but I did not start the writing process of the song. So once I go ahead and get that done, I will be able to tell you guys about it. Anything else? No. So, stereotypical YouTuber outro. I can't speak English, but I'm glad I got through that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do what you want to. And tell me what your New Year's resolutions that you want to keep or that you want to actually continue to do down in the comments below. There we go. I can actually YouTube correctly. And tell me about some of the New Year's resolutions that you started rethinking and revamping. I would actually like to know. Down in the comments below. There we go. Anything else? Anything else? No. I did the like, share, subscribe thing. That's about it. I gotta go because apparently my brain is all over the place. But, and that has been the video. Toki out.